Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel Selling with Corey, where we do these sit down chit chat videos on my print on demand journey with a couple of random videos thrown in between, just like this one. So today we're going to go a little bit more in depth on Printful. So I've talked about Printful a little bit in the past. I've talked about the fact that obviously I am using them to make my shirts for my Etsy shop and basically kind of little basic things about them, but I wanted to do a video just on Printful. I kind of got the idea because I had a random video recommended for me through YouTube on getting started with Printful kind of thing, and I kind of noticed nobody really goes in depth and talks about the money you have to pay out to Printful versus the fact, besides the fact, I should say, not versus, but besides the fact that they talk about you have to pay for the product itself just a little bit, but they don't go really in depth on how that works. So we're basically gonna sit down, chit chat about this, and go a little bit in depth on Printful with it. So basically, Printful is a company that they print your designs and then they ship them straight to the customer versus you having to do it all yourself, which is really great, obviously for someone like me, because I'm only doing this as kind of like a part-time thing. I'm not doing it full-time. I still have a full-time job plus toddlers that I have to take care of. So clearly this is not something I can spend all day just creating shirts for customers. So Printful works out really great because they take care of all of the logistics, and I can just kind of take a back seat and make sure everything goes perfectly. Kind of like a manager type position to the company, which I like, obviously, because then it frees me up and I have free time to do like my YouTube videos and to spend time with my children, go take them out to go do activities versus spending all day in a room creating t-shirts. So we're gonna go a little bit more in depth on this. Printful, obviously, I enjoy it. It's really great. It is a free membership to sign up, so that's really nice. Obviously, they're not going to charge you just to create an account and to start playing around with the designs if you want to kind of start playing around with them. I did have a family member who, when I was telling her about it, she started kind of playing around with the designs, and then she started telling me she wanted specific designs, so I was creating specific listings on Etsy just for her. And she basically showed me what she wanted, and I recreated it through my Printful account. And the nice thing is all of their designs and all of their texts are free for commercial use, so you don't have to worry about checking them to make sure that they're not allowed, or if they are allowed, they are allowed if they're on Printful. If you do their free account, I know at least they're allowed. They do have a pro account, which gives you better graphics and better images, but obviously, like anything else, you have to pay for that. I'm not 100% positive on the price of that. I'll probably put it up somewhere on the screen for you to see, but I don't pay for Printful. I do it all free, so I do their free account with no problems. I've created a ton of designs that I have up on my Etsy shop for them, especially if it's text-based only designs. I make sure to put those up on my Etsy shop as well. So, I mean, it's a really great service. I do enjoy it. Let's go a little bit more in depth on the payment process of everything, because this is the one thing people don't really quite talk about. So with Printful, you have two options when it comes to making the payments. You can either have a card on hand. Now, obviously, the card is up to you what you'd like to do. You can do a debit card or you can do a credit card, but you have to have some sort of card on hand for them to pull the money from when you sell a shirt. So say the shirt on Printful costs $7.95, which I'm pretty sure their gilded ones do cost $7.95, and you have a customer that orders it from your Etsy shop, and let's say you're selling it for $15. So Printful will take their $7.95, plus they will take their money for obviously shipping and handling, which for regular shirts is $3.99. Prices change vary based on what you're doing. Like mugs are $6.99 because of all the extra packaging they use to make sure they don't break. And then you have hoodies that are $6.50. The only reason I know about those is because those are the other two products that I use in my shop with Printful that I sell. So I know for a fact the ship on handling on those. But for this sake, we'll say it's just a t-shirt. So you're paying Printful $7.95 for that shirt plus the $3.99 for shipping and handling. Now it's up to you whether or not you want to do free shipping and handling with your customer through whatever platform you decide to sell on. I'm going to use Etsy as the example since that's the one that I use. You're going to want to make sure that obviously you're still making some sort of profit from your merchandise that you are doing based on what Printful charges and if you want to do free shipping and handling. So if we're selling this shirt for $15, if we offer them free shipping, we are essentially paying Printful $12 for this shirt, because we're doing round up numbers, obviously, because you're doing $8 for the shirt plus a $4 shipping and handling. So you're paying Printful $12. So you need to make sure that whatever you're selling that shirt for on Etsy is going to cover that $12 that you are paying Printful. Plus, obviously, you're doing this to make money, so you're going to want to make money on top of that. So if you're selling it for $15, that gives you a $3 profit from that shirt. And that's just for the Gildan brand. Different shirts that you choose will cost you different things. Like Bell and Canvas, depending on which one you do, they have a couple of different designs. But like the unisex Bell and Canvas, the cheapest one I saw was $12.95. So typically if you want to use that brand, you're obviously going to want to sell your shirts for more on Etsy, because like I said, we're here to make a profit, and that's kind of the whole point of doing this. Now, as well, you get two options with Printful on how you want to do this. So you can have them take out of your debit or credit card, however you chose to pay them. You can have them take out of that account literally every time someone makes an order. I'm sure if you do your debit account, your bank's probably going to call you, or they're probably going to start flagging things because they want to make sure, obviously, that this isn't some sort of fraudulent activity. I know certain credit card companies will probably do that. So you have to keep that in mind if you choose to have it come out of your account literally every time someone does the payment. Or you can do option B, which is what I personally do. So option B is to utilize Printful's wallet. So what I did is I just put $100 in at a time for my Printful wallet. A, because of the fact that, obviously you're not always going to have that money just kind of sitting around every time someone orders something. And B, I don't have to worry about one of my banks flagging everything because Printful keeps constantly taking money out per order. Now, things might change as I go down the road, as I start selling more on Etsy. I might obviously either up how much I put in that Printful wallet, or I might have a separate business account that I do everything with versus having it set to one of my personal accounts. But right now, because obviously I'm just getting started and I'm not making really much at the moment, I'm doing it all through personal accounts versus doing a business account. So you want to kind of keep in mind before you do it which route you want to go. Whether you want to do one of your personal accounts with one of your cards, or if you want to do the Printful wallet. Like I said, I personally do the Printful wallet. Every time an order comes in, I always check that wallet to make sure that I'm good and I don't need to put more money into it. Now, obviously, you do still have to have at least one card on file with Printful. So I currently have one card on file with Printful. That way, if for whatever reason my Printful wallet can't cover it, they can just pull it right out of my account at that point. So these are just things that you kind of need to think about while you're going through this process with Printful. So just keep that in mind, basically. And I mean, that's pretty much the gist when it comes to selling things. Now, Printful obviously has other perks that you can do with them. They give you recommendations of where you can sell your designs at. They also go ahead and give you 3 mock-ups a month. So you can do it in one order where you can do 3 mock-ups a month, where if you want one of your own designs, if you just want to create a design to sell it for yourself, purchase it for yourself, before you decide to sell it, you can do that. Or if you just kind of want something from their site, you can do that as well. Now, you do not have to be selling on any stores in order to get your order of mock-ups a month. So this is something that basically they provide with your account. With your 3 mock-ups for 1 month, you basically get 20% off of your order. You just have to make sure you tell them that it's a mock-up order. I've done this a couple of times, and I have to say I have loved everything that I have gotten from Printful. I haven't had any problems with any of my merchandise yet. So last month I actually qualified to be able to do 2 mock-up orders for the month with 3 items per order, since I kind of sold 2 very big orders to a family member who went in and took advantage of my sale that I was having with all of my fall and Halloween designs that were out. So I did qualify for 2 orders of the mock-ups last month. Well, for this month, because they do it at the beginning of the month. So the first of the month is when they'll give you those mock-ups for you to use. So I did qualify for that, which makes me excited. They do give you kind of a tier with what you're selling, and it's based on the amount of money that you're selling versus what you're using for orders. Now, if you put in a personal order, they're not going to know whether or not that's for your shop. And you can obviously put an order specifically for your shop as well. So it's really nice because obviously Printful has quite a few perks that go along with your Printful account, and you can earn points that will either get you money into your Printful wallet, or it'll help give you more of a discount on a mock-up or an extra mock-up. So you can go into there and check out all of that tiered system. And I think that's pretty much it. So it's really nice. I have favorites set for the merchandise that obviously I use from them for my designs. So when I go to create a design to integrate into my shop, I can either go straight to my store on their site and add a product through there, or if I want to kind of play around with stuff, I can play around with things and I'll know exactly which shirts I want, which mugs I want, or which hoodies I want because I have it set to my favorites, which is really nice. It's a really nice perk through Printful. So I just wanted to kind of do this in-depth video on Printful because, like I said, no one really talks in depth on how Printful gets their money or how Printful works, or I'm pretty sure I missed a lot of the little stuff they do, but I hit on quite a few of the things that obviously I personally use. If I missed anything that you want to hear about, leave me a comment down below to let me know, and I will make sure to include that in another video later on. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you can follow me with my print-on-demand journey with my stores. I hope you all enjoyed this and have a wonderful day. Bye.